Okay, so let's start off with talking about the cover page of this chapter, which apparently is Crocodile holding an umbrella in the rain for a doggy. Who asks for this? Like, why would you ask in particular? Yeah, man, can you get that crocodile dude, and can you have him holding an umbrella for like a little dog in the rain? That sounds awesome. Like, who? Why? That's like, hey, do you have like, you think you could do a little work, some magic over there, make Zoro run into a chocolate dwarf that kind of leads him into a kingdom of chocolate? Like, yo, can you have a cover page of Jinbei farting during the roulette? Like, yeah. What? So for starters, this chapter in particular definitely felt very short. I mean, we did have those wide double spreads and all that good stuff, but it definitely felt very short. I mean, seemingly it was what, like 13 pages or so, but then again with the double spreads and everything, I guess that kind of evens it out and makes it to like what, 16, 17 pages, something along the lines of that. So in that regard, it wasn't, but I don't know, maybe it's just because I read it too quick or something. Like, it felt like I flew by that chapter, like it was super short. So yeah, but what we did get in this chapter, it was the introduction to a very problematic aspect, another huge raising of a death flag for a particular character, and overall, by the end of the chapter, Tea Party commences. The war begins, so to speak, with all of this. So let's start off with I want to talk about the death flags that have been raised time and time again for this character, and seemingly yet again, it seems as though it's being raised, and that's for Jinbei. It seems as though really Jinbei is looking like he could die at the end of all this. I mean, this chapter yet again kind of pushing forth when he's giving the backstory and he's telling his people like, yo, when shit hits the fan, I want all of you to run. It's almost as if he's talking like, well, why aren't you going to run with us? Like if he, won't be able to, meet up with them, so to speak. And then on top of that, he says, if one day I do, run with the Straw Hats and I become a part of Luffy's crew, I'm going to protect my captain to the fullest, even if it costs me my life. It really feels as though by the end of all this, Jinbei is going to die. And that's why Oda did the whole thing with the roulette, because, okay, Jinbei did essentially, you could argue, hey, he chickened out, what the fuck, man, or whatever, but he played it smart right there. But I think overall in the end, Jinbei might be the martyr so that Luffy and the crew can escape and get out of there after fighting Big Mom, maybe something along the lines of that. I definitely feel as though it's really been a huge death flag that's been raised yet again for Jinbei. I could see maybe towards the end of all of this, Jinbei saying something along the lines of like, Luffy and everybody get away, I'm gonna put my life on the line for you, and bam, it's done. Like I could really see some crazy shit like that happening. I mean, it just seems as though it's really like Oda's pushing it forth. Maybe it could be that he's leading us to believe that with all these death flags, or maybe it's that I'm looking too much into it. I don't know, but that's just how I really feel about it, because we did get a good chunk of the chapter again with Jinbei and him talking about the past and, just telling his crew, yo, when shit hits the fan, y'all get out of there. So that's kind of what I really felt regarding the whole Jinbei situation in this chapter. Then we got the Tea Party starting, and we got a shit ton of people, and I'm not exactly sure what role they're gonna play. I think, first of all, they can definitely push this information, and this could very well lead to, because remember, Big Mom said that Roger embarrassed the shit out of her, and she cannot have that happen again, because Roger tricked her. He ultimately became the Pirate King and found the One Piece and all that good shit. He went to Raftel because he essentially tricked her, and she can't have, like, she doesn't want that. If Luffy, which more than likely, obviously, Luffy's not gonna die, embarrasses her, beats her, defeats her, tricks her, gets the poneglyphs and gets the fuck out of there, saves Sanji, and everything is all good, and potentially even kicks her ass, all of these people from these different places are witnesses to it and can spread the information. You got somebody from the black market, you got like just so many different people. The news, the fucking Pleasure Queen, which I'm kind of curious what exactly does the Pleasure Queen entail. Like, what is that market all about? Is that like just massaging, or is that taking it to another level? It's like, what type of pleasure is this all about? But anyways, all of these people are gonna be, present for what's about to come. And that's, this massacre of whatever may happen, because we don't know who's going to drop dead, who's going to get fucked over, but regardless of what, they're going to be present, and if Big Mom gets embarrassed, this is how she will truly be the laughing stock of the world, no matter how strong or whatever. From a far distance, people will be laughing about Big Mom, because all of these people can spread the information. Also, these people could take L's left and right. Like, yo, if shit hits the fan, they could all die as well. So there's a big possibility that that's the reason why Oda's been building this shit up, is that this is going to be huge, and the world is going to know about this yet again, and he can't keep using the same concepts of, like, the Denden Mushi and all this other shit that he's done before with the cameras, how everybody knew shit went down in New World beforehand. Like, he's going to probably use these people as the outlets to put the information out there. Holy shit. Big Mom got fucked over. I ain't gonna lie, there was a couple bits of the chapter I was kind of like, when they were like, oh shit, look at the candy stairs and all that. I'm like, creative on Oda's part, and I'm sure in the anime is actually gonna look really nice with all the colors and all that cool shit, but I'm just kind of like, it's setting things up, but it also feels as though like it slows things down when we gotta see all this extra shit. I mean, again, it's introducing a shit ton of characters and all that cool shit, and it's setting up the setting of like, yo, this is Big Mom's place, this shit is crazy, you know, it's candy, food, and everything like that. But sometimes it does feel a little bit like it weighs on me, like, do we really gotta see the fucking candy stairs, and these kids are gonna be able to eat the, you know, coasters and all this? I'm like, please, no more candy stairs. Not that it was overbearing or anything, but for a short chapter, especially with this one, even though it was, you know, double spreads or whatever, essentially 13 pages overall, like, you know, not including the way that they were supposed to be, you know, structured out or whatnot, it's a short chapter. I don't want to see candy stairs. Just that. But small criticism aside, one of the biggest things about this chapter, if not the biggest thing aside from, you know, the death flag seemingly being raised for Jinbei, is Dogtooth. Yo, fucking Dogtooth. I did not expect shit like that to happen, and this could potentially, or could not potentially, be the thing that fucks up completely Capone's plan because of what this man is. First of all, that design, he kind of looks a little bit like a more, and this is that Law is a badass, but he looks like an even more badass version of Law, and he seemingly has like a cut right here because you can see kind of like stitches, so I'm kind of curious who the fuck would be able to do that to this man that looks like a monster. And then on top of that, the bounty, the motherfucking bounty. Yo, $1 billion plus berry fucking bounty. What did this guy do to get that type of bounty? I'm just saying, like, this is a great introduction to what can be a very, very deadly character, and I'm kind of curious exactly because wasn't Cracker her first in command? So maybe this doesn't count because this is her son, or maybe something different, or just maybe Cracker was overestimated or something like that, because this dude looks way more like, I was kind of a little bit, maybe Cracker could be cool. No, I am hype as fuck for this dude. This dude should be Big Mom's right hand man. $1 billion plus berry bounty. Dude is sick as fuck. And then that hockey control. I'm kind of curious if this is just him alone that has reached that point, or if other people can reach that point of what he can do with his hockey. See into the future a little bit, but just enough that he can make events not happen if he wants to. Because what was going to happen in the chapter, dude wanted revenge. He was going to pop a couple of Capone's people and try and get at Mama. Jelly bean, bro. Like, when I found out it was a jelly bean, I was like, you're fucking kidding me right now. He just fucking shot the motherfucker through his head with a jelly bean. You're joking right now. Already hype shit. That's how you immediately build up a character. You give him great credentials, $1 billion plus berry bounty. You give him that he could fucking shoot. That kind of reminds me of like Yu Hakusho, when dude, I think he shot someone in the head with an eraser or something like that. Like with a jelly bean, shot him in the head. Dead right there. And his hockey. He saw that this guy was going to shoot a couple of Capone's people. So I'm kind of curious exactly how far into the future this guy can really see. I mean, if he's going to be able to do that, then unless he has some sort of gripe with Big Mom, because Big Mom is a piece of shit. A lot of her kids secretly don't really like her, unless they're just like her and pieces of shit. So unless this guy has a gripe with Big Mom, he doesn't like Big Mom, there's something there, this guy can easily foil Capone and Luffy's plans. The second they're going to do something to the, you know, the picture frame, bam, done. The second they're trying to attack Big Mom while she's down with the rocket, bam, done. So this guy is a major foil to their plans. And right now, they're already fucked. Because Sanji's already went, he's getting ready, he's about to step out and shit like that. So no matter what, they're kind of fucked. They have to go through with some sort of plan. And all they're right now risking it on. They're playing dice, essentially, with what this guy is going to do. Because if he could see into the future, there's no way they can do anything. Such a great fucking setup with that. Like, that character right there is a great play into the plot. It just depends on how he really feels about Big Mom and what he's going to be capable of when push comes to shove, assuming that, you know, they get to the point of doing the plan and he jumps in. Like, so many things could go wrong right now. On top of the plan already had to be done with very careful precision, with Luffy trying to do some stupid shit on top of all that. Very delicate plan that everything needed to go accordingly. Then you got somebody that can see into the future that can fuck everything up. So, insane shit. Really curious what you guys think about this chapter. What do you think about Dogtooth? How do you feel about him? Do you feel he's cooler than Cracker and you like him more than Cracker? Also, what do you think about his powers? Do you think there's a possibility that somebody like Luffy or anybody that can, you know, really control their haki can achieve that power as well? Like, to be able to see into the future? Or is it exclusive to him? Maybe it's a combination of something to do with his devil fruit. Also, what do you think about the potential that Jinbei could die by the possibilities? Do you see the death flags all around it? I mean, at the end of the chapter, the tea party is starting. It pretty much started at the end, so shit is about to get real. And your overall hype and excitement. I mean, this chapter, it was a short chapter. We did only get a couple of things, but the things that we did get were pretty big. I mean, Dogtooth alone, like, huge setup for the plot, which could foil everything. We got Jinbei seemingly really looking like something bad gonna happen to Jinbei, and just all around things is starting. So really hype shit. I want to say for this chapter, I was gonna initially say about a 6.5. I want to say maybe 7 to a 7.5. The more I talked about this chapter, the more I looked at things, I was like, okay, it was a short chapter. We didn't get that much major progression in sense of, like, you know, starting things up and, you know, Sanji walking down the aisle or anything like that. But we did get something serious that could really fuck everything up. So I'm going to give it the 7 to a 7.5 because I think it was still a good chapter. It wasn't amazing or anything like that, but Dogtooth. Bro, Dogtooth. I'm fucking hype as fuck. This guy, way more than Cracker. Way more than Cracker. But that's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. If you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and stalk my Facebook to get more when the video ends. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. You probably saw into the future and knew that I was going to say have an awesome day, right? Yo, you on that Dogtooth shit?